I'm Julia Truitt. Thanks for joining us for another one of Greenshades' Quick Tips videos.
All right, this is a quick video aimed at HR and payroll administrators. The things we'll cover in this video are getting to the year-end forms page, going over the year-end forms checklist. Just as a note, every form will have a slightly different checklist depending on the needs of the form, but in general, it'll be the same items, and reporting from the year-end forms website. So to start off, once administrators have gotten the set of data into the Greenshades system, into the year-end forms website, the next step is to log into their admin account and go into the year-end forms tab in the top green bar, which will take admins to a screen that shows all of the pie charts for the form sets that have been uploaded. So if they've got W-2s, 1099s, it'll be here. They'll click on View Forms next to the relevant circle, which will open a new tab and lead us into a new site, the Year-End Forms website. This is a general checklist showing all of the steps necessary for verifying form data and making sure that errors or miscalculations are addressed. It'll help admins catch anything that would cause a potential rejection. Starting at the top of the checklist, complete company setup, or also the welcome wizard. The first time admins ever enter the new form set after they've uploaded the data, the system will automatically default to taking them through the welcome wizard. There they can verify things like employee counts, things like state TINs. Once the wizard is done, if admins ever need to revisit it, they can come back to the checklist item number 1, this complete company setup, to tweak any information if they need to clarify a number in the count later or something like that. The next item is employee identity verification. This is Greenshades' system that will check the employee's last name and social security number, what they are on file with the IRS. It's a free service. Definitely recommend that to catch any potential typos. Item number 3, resolving warnings with forms. So this is going to help catch compliance-related issues. High priority warnings are generally marked that way because they would lead to an actual rejection in the file. It wouldn't be ideal to be left with high priority warnings, this high severity, after fixing all the data and getting ready to file at the end. Some of the low priority warnings admins could leave. Admins can just leave something like a strange address if it really is right. But it is good to know if they are right. And so item number 3 is going to help list things that the compliance system is questioning might not be right. Item number 4, verifying totals. So this is a good place to see the summary of the form set that Greenshade sends when we do an e-filing. If admins want to preview what's getting sent with something like a summary form W3, this is where we're going to list all of those numbers. It's a good bird's eye view because if it looks really wrong, admins can tell that there maybe is some missing employees. This is a good way to verify total form set, all of the data for salaries and things like that, instead of getting a granular per employee view. Item number 5 is employee access, and then lumping that in with item number 6, notifying employees. The nice thing about uploading all of this data and tweaking and fixing errors is that admins can do all of those things before employees are aware that the form set exists. Just uploading it doesn't automatically notify them. Item number 5 is the toggle that allows employees to be able to go to greenemployee.com and see their forms. Then item number 6 is what will notify them. So just going through item number 5 does not automatically send out a notification email. Item number 6 will let admins walk through drafting an email that informs the employees that their forms are available to view online. But as a kind of cool summary point, none of the items in these 2 steps to bring employees in can happen without admins really deliberately being ready for employees to see the data. So admins have time to edit the data if they need. Part 7, getting into mailing options. So item number 5 is useful for employees being able to see their forms online, but not every employee is going to see their forms online. Some employees need to be issued a paper form. And this is where this comes in. Item 7A is where Greenshades can mail the forms for admins. That's just a service we provide. The cost per form will change based on how deep into January, February, March, and later we get. What's nice about item number 7A is that if some employees have given online only consent where they don't have to get a paper copy and others haven't, Greenshades tracks that. Therefore, we will only give a filter to employees that need to receive the paper form. So it's efficient. Similar thing with item 7B. 7B is also tracking who wants online only and who needs to receive a paper form, but it lets admins be the one to print the PDFs of those forms and then to do the mailing in-house. So 7A mails to employees that did not do online only access, has Greenshades do it. 7B gives the admins the ability to do that. Item number 8 gets us into actual e-files and the returns. Some admins will see items beyond 8. They could see 9 or 10. What those would reflect is the local or state filings. To start with the federal filing, Greenshades submits the federal e-file on behalf of the client. This does satisfy the requirement to file the summary form W3 or with other forms, the 1094 as an example. For state and local filings, the system will detect which states are in the form set, and it will automatically list all the states and filings that admins are on the hook for. So if admins don't see any numbers back here, it means the system did not detect that the form set requires it. If there are states or locals that need to be filed, Greenshades can submit the federal filing, but not the state or the local filing on the admin's behalf. What Greenshades will do is give admins the proper format of the file for the state, and then admins on their own would go and submit the file to the state or local website using their credentials. So what Greenshades is going to do is give them the most compliant, up-to-date form, and the data that's in that form will be specific to that state or that local. So it's a full file ready to submit, but admins just have to do that for them. And then that's pretty much it for the checklist. Going back to the top, we're going to look at individual form tasks and things like reporting. If admins wanted to go tweak individual employees' forms, the My W2 button will let them search for individual employees in a table and pull up if any individual tweaks are needed. There's also a lot of valuable stuff under the My Reports button. A couple of reports that are particularly useful. One of them we call the All Form Data Report. That's this one here. This one is an Excel template that has every piece of information in the entire form set, every wage, every employee, every box. Excellent thing to keep for the records. And if there's an issue with the data later, the all form data Excel template can be tweaked and re-uploaded as a new form set. So very useful thing to have. Other helpful reports people have seen are the changes made to forms. That's going to track admin changes in this form set, and things like which employee has logged in online. That would be employees who have viewed their form. Those are good things for admins to track too. But overall, this is a bird's eye view of what to do in the year-end forms website once the data is actually in Greenshades' system.